Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
Yeah, my gods were dangerous.
The gods of my people were incredibly powerful. I don't mean they were powerful like a skilled mage. I mean they destroyed entire cities. They shattered mountains. So no, they might not literally be gods, but they're a lot worse than whatever you're thinking.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and
Yeah.
there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything, but we are not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had 2 of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elgranon and Gillenane. 2 of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against.
Side note here, about the blood magic, but in Dragon Age 2, there was a character named Meryl who used blood magic, but she was, like, really chill about it. I've never seen, before or since, anyone be so chill about using blood magic, but, like, she made friends with the demon that she had, like, a contract or whatever with. And it seemed to work for her. Okay, they're strong. They're worse, stronger. The escape is our fault. It is.
They're free because of us.
They're
to some
free
degree.
because of Solus.
Lace is right. If we
Yeah.
hadn't stopped that ritual, countless people would be dead.
Yeah,
I know,
that's true.
but still, they're out there now.
Okay, then we find them and we stop them.
Solus says Elgranon and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have 2. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're
She
dealing with
is
before we rush in
fine.
and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
Yeah, I mean, well, Nev's right, but Yeah, Nev's right.
If Elgranon and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
I
Then
believe
let's go
Solus.
investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with, and then we take our shot.
We did see them
Fine.
coming out
The
of the
Illuvian
Fade.
led us here instead of back to Minrathis.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Harding, are you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The
Listen,
Illuvian
I
has
might.
its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
I might. If my headache is bad enough, it's over. It's just over. I don't care what's going on. I'm dead. I am effectively dead to the world. You cannot rely on me. Useless as a literal stick. Whew. All right, let's read this. The Dread Wolf's Illuvian. Most of us have only traveled through the Illuvians at the whims of those who called themselves our gods. We know them as mirrors that always go from one to another, a bonded pair linked no matter the distance. Solus has outsmarted the so-called gods. Well, he is a god, so that's why... Anyway, if we used normal Illuvians, they could track us to our lair. Solus has improved upon June's work by creating... Who is June? They didn't explain who June is. By creating a mirror whose singing stone can change its tune to take us to any Illuvian, and not just its bonded partner. Thus, we can travel wherever this rebellion needs us, with no fear of pursuit. Travel is as safe as a normal Illuvian. If you have questions, ask for the slow arrow, and I will guide you. Felasan. I don't know who Felisan is. Also, I don't know who June is. I have to assume that they invented Illuvians.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlithin.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Well then,
I mean, Nev is too, don't get me wrong. But,
shall we?
holy shit.
Let's do this.
Harding? Dream girl.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlithin?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your
He's
fault.
got that Padawan braid.
Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, Solus's ritual, isn't it?
He
He
doesn't
might
really
be a
lie.
bastard, but he's a damn sight better than the Evan Urus.
He is, it's
There's
true.
a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanurus, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Luther. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
Yes,
She was off looking
explosions.
for another artifact before this ritual shook
We need a
everything
demolitions
loose.
expert.
If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Is it me, or is there something strange about this fog?
I've never seen fog like this. Something's not right.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
Oh, people. Where'd you come from?
Belara? Belara Luther? Strife and Irlin sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Nev Gallus.
Wait, I know that name! But protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately.
What, did she
Our
not
gods,
notice the
Elganon
tear
and
in the
Gillinan,
sky?
They've escaped from Fen Harel's prison, and by
I
all
guess there's
accounts,
been
they
fog.
want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
You don't have a second.
Like I said, end of the world. You can mull it over later.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Okay. Well, yeah, that sounds bad.
I think I prefer to stay in one piece. Yeah.
Right, me too. But I think I can find a way out. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it, safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I sure hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
Okay. Belara has joined the team.